Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy Bringling. Welcome to our 21 minutes Bringle Talk series for the much anticipated $1 billion dream. We are thrilled to have you all join us today as we embark on a journey that redefines the way we invest in the future. Today, we are not just talking about investment opportunities. We are here to unveil a groundbreaking initiative that empowers you to shape your own path to success, to create your very own financial masterpiece. Funding the next 100 unicorns of India is not just a platform for investment, it's your canvas to book a ticket to this multi trillion dollar economy, which is India, and helping your unique vision for your financial growth and prosperity. Let me just share with you the reason for doing this. My name is Anshav Jain, and I'm celebrating my job loss and completing 10 years of my high paying job loss on 31st October 2023. And the reason I'm so happy about is because otherwise I would not have been able to explore this journey of generating passive income for myself and achieve my financial freedom. So, as part of our financial freedom pledge taken on 15th August 2021, we are on a mission to transform 1 billion lives and make each and every citizen of our country financially free for them to do what they really want. We are working towards Vision 2030 to transform 1 billion lives, 1 million businesses, and 100 unicorns with an investment of $1 billion and adding $5 trillion economy to our country, which is India. We sincerely believe that every individual has the potential to be a trailblazer in the world of investment. With this fund, you will be able to fund the next 100 unicorns of India as small as school child's fees and get a gateway to book a ticket to this multi-trillion dollar economy with the lowest ticket size, principal protection, and easy liquidity. With this, we aim to democratize the investment landscape, providing you with the tools, guidance, and resources to craft your own success story. This is not just another investment opportunity. This is your chance to be a part of something truly exceptional. Now, before we talk about further about the fund, so please stay tuned till the end of this talk show. But before that, let me introduce Gargi. Gargi is a 16-year-old girl who is actually, I think you're just completing your school right now, or you're still in school?
Still
Completing
in school.
still in school, and she is the one who is actually working towards her financial freedom journey, and she has earned more than 3 lakh rupees in just last 3 months. Gargi is wonderful person which whom I have met in one of the events out there where we were getting commonly kind of trained from various experts and mentors like on that. And this is wonderful that to see the youngsters coming up forward and trying to work towards their own financial freedom as early as possible. And thanks to Gargi to come up on this stage and on this 21 minutes Bringle Talks and talking about how she is working towards helping the broken and finding the beauty in your broken. And I am very, very curious to know about that, Gargi. And before I move ahead, I would like you to introduce a little bit about yourself. How did your journey started off? Why did you choose to work on this at such an early stage? And who were your inspirations?
Yes. So first of all, hello everyone, and thank you so much, Anshav sir, for inviting me on this show because it's an honor to be with you. Now, coming back to the question, so my journey started during COVID pandemic when I lost someone I loved, not because of death, but because of some clashes in our own family. And whenever someone leaves us and who is really close to our heart, it takes a lot of time to heal from that disaster, right? So similar was my story. I woke up with a morning where I realized that the people I love the most, they are not going to be with me anymore, though, and it will be just like strangers talking to each other. So at that point of time, what I was going through, soon my sadness, it started turning into depression. And every single day I used to ask two questions to God: when will this get over? And why did you do this to me? Because generally what happens is, whenever we go through the worst days of our life, we question, we blame, we complain, and we don't accept the reality. And I was doing the same, running away from my reality. But one day it all happened like I locked myself in a room and I wanted to attempt suicide. I wanted to kill myself because, at that point of time, I was just into so much emotions that, I was not able to understand where I'm going to lead my life. So at that point of time, the only question, the only thought that came to me was, are you so selfish that you're going to leave your parents? And this thought, it stuck with me. And at that point of time, I made one big decision of my life, that I am going to take 100% responsibility of my life. If people around me are not going to come back to me, let them go. I'm going to focus on my path. And at that point of time, another thought which came to me was, Gargi, if you are being at the age of 13, if you are wanting to take such steps, then there might be so many people, and it was during COVID pandemic that it was happening. So I thought, why not come up and share my story? I asked my parents, how we write a book. They just my father just said, you just start writing, don't focus on how it will get done, just start what you want to share. And then I started writing my first book, The Lion Hearted Soul, which was based on my experience, that your mess is your message. Because this is one of the core message that I follow, and that's what I help people to find, that there is always a beauty in the broken. You just need to see, you just need to have the eyes to see it. So that was my story. From there, today, I am Gargi Arya, redefining myself as one of the youngest certified life coaches and trainers, on a mission to help people rediscover their stories, elevate their emotions, energy, and become an enlightened being. So, that is what I am on a mission.
Wow, that is so inspiring, Gargi. And by the way, there are some common grounds which I can really see from my daughter actually. So one is that, of course, her name is Arya. It's not Arya, it is Aria. The second, she has been a co-author with us on our volume 1 book of Sone Ki Chidiya Ko Jagao on Mission Zero Unemployment. And she also talks about lot much about financial freedom and things like that. The second thing is she's actually 13 years old at this point in time, and you started your journey at when you were 13 years old. Uh, so the beauty, and I think one of the great message which I would like to share it with each and everybody out there, with respect to the parents and the children out there, many of the times we don't even know what's going on in our life, in our children's life. And if we are able to connect with our family on a regular basis, keep that connection built up, and I think we can save a lot of future generation, like Gargi, who tried to she attempted suicide. God's grace, fortunately, she got some, thoughts in her mind about her parents, and, who have kind of brought up. And I see these, things coming up very, very often nowadays, that, this person has committed suicide, this person has done this, and, they have run away from the family and did something not very good. And it's actually very impactful. It's very emotional, and it's very disturbing to the parents as well. So what is one of the message which I really want to give each of the youngster out there. India is having the demographic dividend at this point in time. We are 54% of our population is under 30 years of age. which means that we have huge potential to grow. Now that is also brings us a limited opportunities, or the the options for us, because it brings a stiff competition. But as Gargi says, your mess is your message. And that is what it's more important, that, whatever the mess you are in. Because when I lost my job, high paying job at the young age of, I mean, I was a youngest vice president at the age of 34 years when I lost my job. I was paid the highest amount of salary, even without doing an MBA, which is not even MBAs from ISBs or IIMs or the best of the premium institutes were not able to get that point in time. But I was earning that much of salary, and suddenly losing that job with a net worth of almost 3 crores, but all loaded with EMIs. And I was into a mess. I was practically into a mess. And when I cleared that mess and tried to clear that up, it is the same message which I am now giving it to the world. So thanks for your book message. Your mess is your message. I would definitely want to read that book, Gargi. Would like to know what experiences you have shared. And some of these experiences are definitely also shared of my journey from the startup ecosystem, being an investor, being in a corporate journey. How are the challenges in the book Sone Ki Chidiya Ko Jagao, which is available on Amazon and can be checked it at sonekichidiya.org. But the point is, I would want to ask the next question to you. Okay, now, can you also share some more insights into the themes or topics you explore in your books? I think you've written already 4 books so far, not
Yes.
just one. So, what are those themes and topics you have explored in your books, and how they reflect your personal experiences or interest, and with respect to your mission?
Yes. So, like my book carries, 4 C's: first, care, compassion, care, compassion, courage, kindness. All of these words are included in my book. So, power, the words that I relate with: power, authenticity, that you need to be your own unique self. You don't have to compare yourself with anyone, because, when it's general to happen that whenever we go through any disaster in our life or any challenge in our life, we tend to compare ourselves with other people, that they are so good, they have this, they don't lack all of what I lack. So every single day it was like happening. I was comparing myself to my friends, I was comparing myself to the people around me, and that was only devaluing my own self esteem. That was only, degrading my own confidence and the belief that I held in me since childhood. But at the same time, like while I was going on this journey, while I started healing, while I started on this healing journey, the one thing which I always kept in my mind was like my highest value became authenticity. That you need to be authentic. If someone is going to accept that authenticity, great, you are welcome in my life. The doors of my life will always be open to welcome anybody. But if someone is having problem with my authenticity, then the gate is always open, you can leave. So that was one motto which became in my life. My rest 3 books, they are mainly on poems, like poems, the painful poems that I used to write. And every painful poem carries one beautiful message at the end. So let's say if I was someday feeling, very sad or very depressed, that why is it happening, so I used to write it down, I used to write it on paper, and at the end I used to write the message, that what did I learn from this pain. Because I believe, pain is your best friend. Pain is your best friend. Apart from any best friends that you have, or any best friend that you have in your reality, you should also accept pain as your best friend, because that is one friend we run away from. But we don't know that growth involves pain. If you want to grow, if you have that hunger to be more, do more, be more, do more, and create more in this world, then you need to go through that painful events. So my book is a blend of care, compassion, power, authenticity, kindness, staying away from those people who criticize you, simple ways that you can follow in order to lead a very beautiful life. So that is what my book is all about. And the one another message it carries is that man is designed to design his life. Your,
Wow.
you know, it's all about we are co-creating with the supreme creator. God has written about our story. God has already made a book for each one of us who is in this world. But He has also left many pages in that book for us to write. So that means He is also the co author. We are also the co author. It's all about when we get hit by something in our life, then we get the stage of awakening. Then we realize, okay, I am the creator of my own life. These are not the things that we are taught in school, right? We are taught about everything that we need to learn, but the one skill we need to learn, the skills that we need to learn in order to lead a happy life. Because after school, majority of what I have seen people asking is, I don't know how to deal with challenges. I don't know how to be happy. I don't know how to, focus. I don't know how to concentrate. I don't know how to do anything. So that is what my book is all about. And I hope that it helps everyone listening.
Are you there, Gargi?
Acha,
Yeah, okay.
I was
There was
not
a little,
audible.
it got little blank for me. Anyways, that's, I think we have got the message. Probably it's my side as well. Uh, Let me just ask you, it's a wonderful story and the message, and a man is destined to design his or her own future. So I
Yes.
would just change it. Person is destined to design his or her future, right? Beautiful message. And one thing which I see in the children and the youth today is a desire to win. And
Yes.
believe me, I was watching one of the movie yesterday, and it talks about born to win. And I sincerely believe that each of us is born to win. Unfortunately or incidentally, there are some situations which happens in our life which we get so bogged down at times, especially with doing multiple things at a time. Let's say, like, you're studying right now and you will have to focus on your studies and parallelly work on your purpose, while everybody knows that the purpose of studies is to earn money. But we tend to forget that, and our parents ourselves keeps telling you, you focus on your studies, don't bother about money right now, we are earning good. Once you become reach to an age or you complete your studies, then you think about earning. But we don't realize that the one of the the best, I would say, the uh, billionaires or the millionaires of the world are actually school dropouts or a college dropouts. We talk about Steve Jobs, he left his college. We talk about Dhirubhai Ambani, who built Reliance, which is now, his son Mukesh Ambani is one of the top 10 billionaires in the world, top the 10 richest person in the world. I mean, he was eighth fail. If you talk about, Mark Zuckerberg, college dropout. And frankly, I actually decided to not go for a full-time MBA because of this one interview question asked to me. Why do you want to do MBA? And of course, I told them the answer that, I want to start my own consulting business. So I want to understand more about business. How does it run and things like that. And then the most pertinent question comes to me. And the interviewer asked me this question. Anshab, tell me one businessman who is very successful in your eyes, who has done MBA and then become successful. And frankly, there is none. There is none. Unfortunately, our education system is generating robots. They're only building robots who knows how to do the things, but they don't know why to do the things, why they are doing whatever they are doing. And the purpose is so more important for anybody out there. So once you find the purpose, age doesn't matter. And you've proved that all. Writing four books in just 3 years of time, and now working on a mission, earning 3 lakh rupees per month, already in the last 3 months itself, and you are on your journey towards financial freedom, is not going to be easy. So I would like to ask you one question once more. how do you, in the midst of doing so many things, especially your school, your there would be some family responsibilities as well, you would want to spend your time with the family, how do you keep yourself motivated and inspire yourself to continue your this creative and entrepreneurial pursuits, and who are your role models or sources of inspirations because of which you are continuing to do this activity, and how do you manage your kind of school and personal life balance out there?
Okay, great question. Thank you for asking. So, first thing, if I tell about what keeps me motivated and keeps me going, is my vision. That, 2 years back, if I look back, I was at that point of time where I used to sit along the window and only look up to ask God, one day, whenever I am going to overcome whatever I am facing, I just made a promise to God, let that day come, and from then I will never look back, and I will always help people who are going through the same, and I will never let them feel alone. I will never let them feel what I felt on that journey. So that is something which I hold in my heart as my core message, to help people find beauty in broken. So that is what keeps me uplifted and motivated all throughout the day. Second thing, which, the second question was regarding role models and sources of inspiration. My parents, they have always been the source of inspiration. They have always supported, and whoever I am today, it was impossible without their support. Second, my mentors like Siddharth Rajshekar, Blair Singer, Pooja Puneet, Success Gyan, Suren sir. All these people are my inspiration. And the third kind of category which I want to mention is, without, at the end of the day, who inspires me is the people who are watching this. So you inspire me, like people like you all inspire me, because, at the end of the day, who am I wanting to help? All of you. So that is what wakes me up on a daily basis. And last, how do I manage my school and, this work? So it becomes pretty hectic routine. I have to manage school also, I have to see the responsibilities also, and since I'm in 12th, it's a important year also. So all these things, like what I do is I have priorities. Like some days my priority is just studies. Some days my priority is just this work. So let's say, I make plans every single day. I just wake up and answer these some questions on my list. And the one question which is always there is, what's my three priorities for the day? What are my three priorities for today? Let's say if I'm having exam time, then of course this work goes down and exam is more important. If I'm not having exams and if they are simple days, then this work goes like more. And let's say if I have to keep a balance, then maybe I sleep late, so by 9 p.m. I'm done with my sessions. So before 9, it's all about my community, my work, my school homework, and then after, it's relaxation plus school studies. So that is how I like to balance.
Lovely, lovely. I think you brought up a very important point from a goals perspective, because goals are something which is, which are the only things which keeps you driving, and in the difficult times as well. Uh, what I would want to understand from you is, of course, what are your long-term goals and aspirations with respect to your career, money making, as well as your coaching career? Uh, how do you envision making a positive impact in your community and the world at large? Apart from that, one of the biggest challenge, or I would want you to share a message with today's children. I'm talking about especially the children right now, because that will be able to relate to you much better. That how do you manage their day-to-day school? Because most of the schools nowadays having almost every time exams only. I ask my daughter, she'll say there is some exams going on. So where there is a time for other things into it, especially if you are, let's say, preparing for engineering or medical or maybe chartered accountancy or anything else, for that matter, if you were really working towards a career in the, from that perspective, how do you balance out these things? How do you find the purpose? And apart from that, what is the kind of message or that you would like to give it to parents so that they understand their children's plight, that they are also struggling and the world is changing? Probably they're trying to push their dreams onto the children's shoulders or in their mind, while children want something totally different. What is that? How do you kind of balance this out from this perspective, and give a message to both children and their parents, and also to the schools, probably because schools are also one of the area where they create a lot of pressure. It comes with the peer pressure, it comes with the teachers pressure, it comes with the principal pressure and things like that. So what the kind of message you would like to give to the entire society at large, children, parents and teachers, and let's say school?
Okay, thank you for asking such a different question. I think it's been the first time I've asked such a beautiful question. So, first is like children. To the children, or to the people who are of my age, what I want you to know is, the one quote I follow in my life is never to follow the crowd, but to lead the crowd. So, when I started on this life coaching journey, people, it was a new term for me also, because the first time I heard about coaching, it was like, what's this coaching? I started learning deeper into this, about coaching. Then I understood, okay, it's all about transforming lives. It's much more than transforming lives. So, every single day, like whenever someone used to ask me in my family, who do you want to become, I just told them I want to become a life coach transforming people's lives. And they were like, this is just a social work. You won't be able to do it. You just have a degree of college. You complete your school and then you do whatever you want to do. Because ultimate goal of every person, the one goal that one every person looks up to is earning money. But my goal was never, the first goal was never earning money. I never had the intention to earn money through coaching. My one intention was always my message. So even when I told to my parents that I want to become a life coach, and the first time, I wanted to do a certification program, they had many doubts, they had many queries, that, will you be able to succeed in this, because it's genuine when a new field comes up like this. So many people also used to relate life coaching to speakers who just speak and go. But I knew in my heart they all are wrong. I will prove them on a daily basis through my hard work. And the reason I am here today, convincing my parents, convincing everybody around me, was not at all easy. Every single day I used to get the comments from people around me. Why are you always on laptop? Why are you always on phone? What do you always keep on doing? Why don't you come to parties? Why don't you go with your friends? Why don't you study? All of these things I used to hear. But the only thing I knew in my heart is, you just wait and watch. I will tell you why I am always on laptop. So every single day, when I used to do my efforts, when I used to put in those efforts to write blog, to make podcasts, to interview people, to do everything that I do, my parents started observing me, and they saw a spark in me. And I remember the line my mother always uses for me. She says that, you are a spark right now and we want to turn you into the fire. That line, it just stuck with me. The first time I wanted to do a high ticket program of Puja Puneet, the certification course, it was not easy to convince my mom and dad. But they only, while talking to Pooja ma'am, because they had some doubts, so while clearing them out, my mom used this line that she's a spark right now and we want her to become fire, because she has proved her potential to us, she has proved her passion to us on a daily basis. So first thing which I want to tell the students, always parents will not understand. Always parents will not understand what exactly do you want from your life, and first you need to understand what exactly do you want from your life, because there is always a difference between who what I want to do and what others want me to do. Most of the students, most of the teenagers, what they do is they prepare for exams, they prepare for competitive exams, they follow the traditional education system, but what they fail to understand is asking themselves, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to put my leg into such a field? And I can say you this because in this, like, 2023 was a hard year for me. It said the earlier you start, the more options you have to explore. So I started exploring the law field. I started preparing for CLAT exam, which is a law entrance exam, but I left its preparation because on the way I realized it's not my cup of tea. It's not for me. It is not something I love. It's not something I align with. And then I got back to my coaching. Then my comeback was so powerful that people now say you are Gargi 2.0, because I realized the value of it. So, first thing is always be open to exploring. Flat was something which I was exploring, ki whether it's for me or not. You have to be open to exploring. The more you explore, the better you will understand where to put your leg. Second thing, understand where you want to go. What is it that you want to do? Don't follow what your parents says. Don't just blindly follow what other people tell you to do. First, it's important for you to ask yourself, what is it that you
So,
want? Mm,
so here I would like to stop you there. Gargi 2.0 is what I will talk to you about now. So Gargi 2.2.0,
Acha, okay.
what do you think that what is the message? Because you specifically mentioned about parents, and I see this problem coming up. One of the parents or the grandparents kind of come in between in this journey of your exploration, and they'll say, why are you wasting time? And they'll actually put pressure as well, to say that you don't do this, you please focus only on studies. They'll keep shouting at you. They'll probably put you in, give you punish as well at times, and I don't know what else. What is the message? And this goes on and on in combination with the school as well, because school has a target to get good marks and get their better grades for the students and things like that. So what is your message as a Gargi 2.0 to school 2.0 and parents 2.0, how they can transform themselves into the next version of their own?
For parents, I just one message I would be having, allow your child to go on the journey that he or she is creating for themselves. Because parents, it's not that they forcefully tell their child to follow what they wanted to do, but somehow they were not able to do. Every parent comes from an intention of love. My parents also came from an intention of love, and from that love they were wanting me to know that आप इस फील्ड में सक्सेसफुल हो जाओगे. Do you guarantee that you will be able to earn money? Because at the end, the one goal everybody is looking at is a healthy life, which is where you can have a decent job, decent lifestyle, and a good income. That's the mediocre lifestyle. But I knew that in my heart, I have many things to do. I have so many things to do which are just beyond this mediocrity of decent lifestyle, decent income, decent whatever it is. So, to parents, the only message I will have for you is, even if you are coming from an intention of love and you see your child, he's wanting to do something, she's wanting to do something else, then what you are telling them, send them to that journey. Allow them to go on that path, because at the end of their life, at least they will not have that statement that you didn't allow me to follow my dream. At least they will never tell you this, that you never supported me in what I wanted to do. So, first thing is that message to the parents. Second message to the school. I have a lot of respect for every teacher, for my school, but the only thing that happens is school is kind of only, like I went on a training program to attend Blair Singer's program, and he said education is not about jamming in the information which they do in schools. Education is putting out that information, asking the right questions, getting the right answers. And in school, what they do is jam into the information, and that's why people, the students, they are not able to build the right skills at the right time. And that's why after school, after college, most of them are unemployed even after getting education. So that's something school needs to know, to build the right skills to help them learn about life, not just about the subjects that they have.
Wonderful part. And I think that's a message from Gargi, a 16-year-old author of 4 books and a life coach. Who the point is that if you want to transform from parents 1.0 to 2.0, one of the message, allow your child to do what he or she really wants to do. The maximum what will happen, they will fail. But the best part is they will fail early, under your guidance, under your observation, and you can support them. But think about a situation once they become, grown old to a 25, 30 years, 40 years of age, and they do mistakes then, and they want to explore their life at that point in time. Who is going to support them? Are you really helping your child, or you're destroying their life? And in fact, this is one of the reasons, I always say that why more than 99% of people feel at the age of 35 to 45 that whatever they've been doing is actually useless. They don't even desire. And this is called as midlife crisis. People may think that you're getting bored or something, but why are you getting bored if you really like it? If that is your purpose, if that is your mission, if you're getting what you're wanting, why are you so unhappy? And people who are not able to find that out journey, the reason for their birth, they end up reaching to a stage of retirement, maybe 55, 60 years of age, and then going back to spirituality, or saying that I'm thinking to God, now I'm trying to make my life going better, I will settle my karmas and everything. But who is responsible for it? We are trying to live our dreams through our children. I might wanted to become an astronaut, but my daughter may not. Similarly as yours, I might be a good doctor and I want everybody to become a doctor, but my children may not become a good doctor. They may actually be a very bad doctor. Like in movie Three Idiots, you know that that Ehsan, what was that person's name? That Qureshi, right?
Farhan.
Farhan Qureshi.
Yes.
So Farhan Qureshi talks to his father and says, "Papa, I don't want to become an engineer. अगर बन भी गया तो बहुत गंदा engineer बनूंगा." What's the point in doing something which you really don't like? And that is where the transformation is very, very important. I really like that movie Three Idiots, that the kind of message it has given to parents and children and the society. And very important. And the second message which you have given to the school is, it's not about that just about academics, jamming. I remember when we met in Blair Singer's certification program, this is one of the important message which he gives. And it's so true. It's not about knowledge. Knowledge is not power. In fact, on our bringleacademy.com website, this is the quote we have given. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is. So if you are able to apply even 10% of what you're gaining, you're acquiring that knowledge, that is more powerful. And that is why it is more and more important for the schools to understand. And that is the reason we are setting up something called Learn to Earn clubs in all the schools of the country. And even outside the country now, in Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives, Nepal, even US, UK, Dubai, Singapore, Europe, we are now getting requests from everywhere how we can set up these Learn to Earn clubs, where we are not just focusing on academics, but we are focusing beyond academics. And we call them that how to transform your child into a future millionaire CEO. Now that CEO could be of their own organization, or some other organization, but they have to do something. And why can't they do it now? Why it has to be waited for 20 years for them to live their dream? Why can't they become CEO of their own life first before they become a CEO of an organization? And I think Gargi is one person who has, actually covered this journey very nicely and overcame those challenges with respect to parents, with respect to the school, the society, and the friends. So I think one last question, Gargi, because it's a little short of time now. I would love to continue this talk forever, but we'll have this another session at some point in time.
Yes.
Uh, just one last question out here, Gargi, for you. See, what happens is that you have your own likings, your choices, your friends, and everybody. And it becomes very, very difficult to manage your personal commitments. Okay. While you have answered that, but one of the aspect which I really want to kind of ask you out there, because this whole Bringle Talks is all about $1 billion dream. It's about financial independence. It's about passive income generation. What I would like to you to know is that what is that your plan to achieve your financial freedom? And it's not just about financial freedom. How do you want to, what kind of a dreams you have when it comes to having your own $1 billion or becoming a millionaire first, and then, like my daughter wants to become a millionaire before she turns 16. That's her dream. But how many of the people are really aware on this, and how are they getting supported from the parent? So what is your financial dream out there apart from coaching and helping people and things like that? But what is your financial management dream out there? How do you think of managing your finances, and what are your steps towards achieving your financial freedom?
Okay, so like I feel financial freedom in every person's life is very important, because that is what will actually give you the power to not only, I'm not talking about the power that people think you need to show off. Financial freedom is more about, just feeling the power within you, that I can pick anything that I keep my hand on. I don't have to look at the money. So this is what financial freedom means to me, that I can, whatever hand I keep, whatever thing I keep my hand on, I don't have to look for the money. I can buy it, and I can also give more than these things. For me, financial freedom is more about giving my parents the life that they deserve, right? The life that they are meant to live, but just because of few things, they are not able to go to that level. So the vision that I see for me, first thing, whenever it comes to financial freedom, the first thing I always write in my book or my dream books is that I reach such a stage in my life where I am able to make my parents proud, where I am able to give them the life where they can just live a freedom lifestyle, and they don't have to do any work. They just have to chill and relax and do whatever they wish, but they are not able to do it right now. Second thing for me, what financial freedom means to me is, like, whatever I wish to buy, I can buy it no matter whatever the price is. Third thing, financial freedom, what it is to me is the power that we feel inside when we have, the resources that we can help in order to like build an empire of whatever vision that we have. And last thing for me, what is financial freedom, like, since my childhood, my mother used to tell me that, Gargi, whenever you grow up and when you have loads of money in your bank account, I would love for you to do something for the poor people. So that is something, another dream that I have, apart from every vision that I hold. Whenever I reach that stage where I have loads of money, and when I'm just counting the zeros and I'm getting confused how many zeros are there, I can just help people, the poor ones, who to build the right skills at the right time, and not just jam in the information just the way our traditional system follows, and to create a revolution in the world. I see one thing that I also follow is, I cannot reach to every single person on this earth, but I can reach to you. you can spread this message to many more people, and we can start creating a ripple effect. There was a movie of Salman Khan which came, Jai Ho. In that movie, he used to, whenever he used to go to someone, rather than receiving a thank you, he used to say कि तुम जो भी I am telling you the message, you spread it to three more people and tell those three to spread it to three more. So that is something I look forward to, that my legacy should be such way that like if you are listening to me, you get so much inspired that you start your journey and then you start sharing this message in your own unique style. So that is what is
Perfect,
freedom
perfect.
for
In
me.
fact, the same movie is my inspiration too, Gargi. And we have this message called Keep Spreading the Bringle Dream Wave. We call it about dream big, help them achieve. And if you find inspire others to dream big, help them achieve their dreams, and then motivate them to pass it on the Bringle dream wave to three more people, so that they can, once they do it within three people in their network, this whole place will become such a beautiful place to live. And that's the Bringle dream wave. We are taking it up with this $1 billion dream. And this is the dream which we are looking for each and everybody out there, how they can become millionaire or billionaires out there and achieve their dream. Now, one thing which I want to ask as a final takeaway for the people, Gargi, if I give you an opportunity to invest your pocket money or your additional money which you have into a fund, a startups fund, which is focused on India startups fund to fund the next 100 unicorns of India with as low as ticket size of 17,500 rupees or $229 in that, which can give you potential returns of maybe 1000x plus or maybe 2000x plus returns, and you can actually be able to not able to count the zeros into that in the next 10 years of time. Would you be interested to invest in that? And would you suggest that to each and every school child to invest in their future in that fund?
Yes, yes, of course. That
Okay, great. So remember this thing, this is one of the fund which is actually, I just want to share it with you and to the world out there. It is one of the fund which is now coming up with, this is called as BYU Design Your Unicorn NFT $1 billion fund, which comes with its own unique advantages of principal protection. It's a very low ticket size that even a school child can invest from his or her pocket money. And it comes with easy liquidity options, and you can sell your shares like a stock market in an NFT based global decentralized platform. And it's all purely legal. The best part is your money is absolutely safe. Rather than doing a child insurance policy, mixing it with investment policy, you're actually wasting your money. While you can invest your money in this fund, because you will get 100% of money back in 10 years' time. Apart from that, there are potential returns of 100x plus in the next 8 to 10 years. I don't know how many of you are aware, and Gargi, I would want to know, ask this from you as well. Do you know that Facebook's first investor actually invested $500,000 and he became a billionaire in 8 years only with that investment? He
no, I
actually
don't
had
know.
exactly the point. He became the $1 billion person. He actually made $1.1 billion in 8 years with that 500,000 of investment. And that gave him 2200x plus returns. It is not 2200 percentage, it is 2200x plus returns. So, Gargi, I would like to connect with you separately on this and would want you to invest in your future education, future of this, because I think if you invest there, you can definitely achieve your dream out there, and we would be helping a lot of children and people out there. Would love to know more about your coaching, how we can bring that into our learn to earn clubs, how we can inspire children out there across the globe. And of course, you will need time, and we will require your time for the same. But believe me, time is money. You will make money as well. So, with this message, I would just want to kind of take it up to the end of it. See, we are all gathered here and working towards this initiative of Hero for Zero to help each and every citizen to identify their core competence and transform them into a leader so that they can inspire others, help them achieve, and motivate them to pass the baton, the SKCKJ, the Sone Ki Chidiya Ko Jagao baton, to transfer to others, to transform themselves, eventually transforming the lives of their families, their state, their country, and eventually the world, because we are one earth, one family, and we should have one future, and that future is golden. I've been a serial entrepreneur, a experienced angel investor, and now a venture capitalist, and have set up this Design Your Unicorn $1 billion fund to fund the next 100 unicorns of India. And we are inviting you in the wake of these inspiring stories and collective commitment to financial freedom. We find ourselves at the end of this momentous celebration of resilience and determination during the job loss month of mine and completing 10 years of job loss on 31st of October 2023. As we reflect the trials and triumphs that have brought us together, let us carry forward the spirit of unity, empowerment that has defined this gathering. Together, we have not only honored the challenges we have overcome, but also set our sights on a future that is guided by the unwavering pursuit of financial stability and independence. The Financial Freedom Pledge, taken on the 15th of August 2021, serves as a beacon of hope and a reminder of the collective strength that resides within each of us. As we depart from this event, from this Bringle Talks with Gargi Arya, let us continue to uplift and support one another on our individual journeys towards financial well-being. Let us remain steadfast in our commitment to turn obstacles into the opportunities and challenges into the triumphs. May the spirit of resilience and unity that has illuminated this celebration stay with us as we embark on the path towards a future defined by financial freedom and empowerment for all. Together, let us build a tomorrow where every individual has the means and opportunity to thrive and prosper. Thank you for being part of this 21 minutes Bringle Talks on Billion Dollar Dream with Gargi Arya, a 16-year-old who is actually earned 3 lakh rupees in just last 3 months and is on the mission of helping others to bring the beauty in their broken. So come forward, join our WhatsApp channel, go to our link, book a ticket. Ask me how you can book a ticket to this multi-trillion dollar economy as we embark on our journey of funding the next 100 unicorns of India with the lowest ticket size, principal protection, and easy liquidity options. And may the spirit of determination and solidarity guide us as we move forward into the bright and promising horizon that awaits us all. With gratitude and best wishes for a prosperous future. Let's speak loud. जगाओ जगाओ हर घर तिरंगा के साथ हर घर सोने की चिड़िया को जगाओ. Awakening the golden bird hidden inside each of you. Keep bringing, keep growing, and keep spreading the Bringle dream wave.